The first time I went to prison, it was in 1997. I've been to prison 4 times. In the past 9 years, I've been locked up 6. I've had a drug history of about 20 years.
When I left Pulaski County Jail, I moved into a crack house, okay? But I went to treatment, well, dry. I wasn't clean, but I was dry. I hadn't had any drugs, no alcohol, anything. And it was only because of it was because of my relationship with my God, okay? And Sister Leanne was second because I respected her. She believed in me.
I feel very blessed, very lucky to have had her as part of my life. If I look back at the past and really to be honest about it, in the past, I didn't have anyone like that in my corner. I didn't have anyone, steady pushing me to go forward. And I went backwards.
There was a time that I was told that I couldn't live in society. I spent over 27 years of my life incarcerated.
I ran from the cops in a stolen car on the freeway, and they chased me for 38 minutes. And I didn't really want to go on. I didn't want to. I just didn't want to live.
If it had not been for this program helping me to deal with the things that was inside of me, then I don't know where I'd be.
I'm a Sister of Mercy. Part of what the Sisters of Mercy do is visit the imprisoned and counsel the doubtful and educate those who are ignorant, and that this was God's call to me in my personal life to do this ministry. And so I've been doing it for 5 years now. I asked the women themselves the very first day I went, you tell me what you would like to learn. And immediately one woman said, teach us to forgive ourselves for what we've done. And immediately following that, a second woman said, teach us to communicate with our children so they don't end up like we do. And I knew from that moment that teaching a life skills class was not what was needed. They needed to know about relationships. They needed to know about anger. They needed to know about healing traumas that they had experienced. And so the more, I guess, that I began teaching that first class, you just kind of get drawn into the world. There are so many needs that are there for the women. Basically, these are people that have never been treated with respect in their lives, and so therefore they don't know how to respect themselves or each other. So, the ministry itself just took on a life of its own.
Well, the women that go through the program, I see a great deal of success as far as behavior. When they first come in the facility, all the programs are word of mouth through the inmates, which ones to go to, which ones they like. Sister Leanne's got a great following as far as inmates telling other inmates that she talks from the hip. She doesn't give them things that they want to hear. She goes right to the point, and she addresses issues that they want to in order to succeed. Most of the inmates here all want to re-enter the community and be with their families.
She was very compassionate toward us, and she knew about some of the things that we dealt with besides just the legal issues, which had us there in her classroom. But she didn't condone the things that we were doing, but she didn't condemn us either.
She told us a lot of encouraging and the things that she could do for us once we got out of county jail, and the free counseling that we can do, and the supporting housing that we can get a break. We can get college, grants for school that we never got a break before because we thought we were being judged as being felons and didn't get a chance. And she let us know that we can have a chance and that she will help us get a better start this time that I didn't have the first time, and which is very positive, and that's what we need.
We started to do a class, relapse prevention, which was an awesome class that we did. it gave me some tools as far as how to deal with society and not relapse, and to recognize the triggers and things that are in my life, so that when things like this when they came up, I would know how to deal with them.
She came in and cracked a joke, I thought, saying that when she finds some money, she was gonna hire me to work for her. And I really didn't believe her at first, but you know, my mind was made up to do some changing within myself. I just didn't want to die in the streets. But just knowing that Sister Leanne was there to just encourage me, really to walk along whatever emotional hang-ups I had within myself, to just grow past some things. And she was just there.
She would really encourage me. I journaled. She encouraged that. She wrote me letters. I wrote her letters. We talked. I mean, her classes there were great. I mean, she's doing a remarkable thing, you know, and, you know, there were times when she would be there when my family wasn't even there, or she would understand when my family wouldn't understand.
We always need more mentors because the women really want one-on-one contact with somebody that's going to treat them with respect and help them stay focused on healthier life goals.
Well, I think their circumstances are so difficult. I mean, they haven't had any of the breaks that, say, I've had. And they work so hard, and they're so focused. And truthfully, it's a spiritual connection because they are recreating themselves. And it's just, it's really an honor to be a part of it, and it just draws me in.
It's being there for them so they have somebody that they can talk to. Somebody other than those people they were involved with that got them into the circumstances they were in.
The hope always is that the women come to be who really God created them to be in the first place. They were created good, and they remain good. They just need help uncovering the goodness because they don't see it naturally in themselves.
Because I love me today. I like me, and thanks to Sister Leanne and this program, I can get a job, I can get some schooling, I can get a house of my own. I've never had a house of my own. I've never had an apartment of my own. And I want that. So my daughter can come stay the night with me. Instead of me always going to my mom's, she can come stay the night with me, yeah.
She's just been like a second mother to me. And she's really a nice lady, and I really love her. She's really good. And I hope that, and I'm always praying that her organization will grow and prosper, because when my mother did not care enough for me and my children, she did, and she believed in me.
My primary goal has always been to have a transitional house for the women ourselves, a place that can accommodate enough women and keep them focused on healthier goals.